Hello, I'm Mighty Slim, and I'm going to show you how to play the acoustic intro to the Harry Belafonte song, Jamaica Farewell. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel below, Mr. Mighty Slim. And now let's get started here. I'm going to play it for you slow as best I can, and then we'll try to break it down for you. Alright, a little hesitant at the end there, but I got it in there. Anyway, alright, so what are we doing there? Alright, so we have the, if you know this style of a movable C, if I have a C chord and I move it up, if you know that style of chord, that's kind of what we're going to base the opening D chord on. So anyway, let's talk about this style shape if you don't know what it is. So here's my pinkies on the 5th fret of the A, third finger's on the 4th fret of the D, first finger bars the second fret on the G and the high E, and then the third finger, that's actually my first finger right there. Let's try that again. And the second finger's on the 3rd fret of the B. So that's the movable C chord moved up. So what we're going to do with that shape is we're going to take our pinky and put it on the 5th fret of the high E. Alright, and now we're going to do some pinching. And usually how I like to pinch is with my thumb and either my first finger or my second finger. So we're going to pinch the 4th fret of the 4th fret of the D and the 5th fret of the high E. So, and then I'm going to pinch the G string, 2nd fret, and the high E, 2nd fret. Those together. So here we have. And I'm going to go, let's try it again here. Ah yes, the inside. Then we're going to pinch the 4th fret of the D and 3rd fret of the B. So all together we have, let's try it again. I'm going to go, and that's going to be I put my 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the D and pinkies on the 5th fret of the high E. Those two notes on the 5th fret, and then I'm going to slide them to the 7th fret. So everything we have there so far is, that's all based off a G chord. G chord, scratch that again, that's all based off of a D chord. Now we have the G chord. So we have the, here's our D, once again. That's what we're going to do there. Okay, so we have a partial, here's our full G bar chord, and we're going to use a partial here. And that's, hopefully you know your chords. If not, we'll explain it for those who don't. 3rd finger's on the 5th fret of the D, 2nd finger's on the 4th fret of the G. That's right. And then we bar with our first finger the 3rd fret of the B and 3rd fret of the high E. So there's a partial G chord. So I'm going to pinch the G string, 4th fret, and the 3rd fret high E. Those are your two notes. Pinch them together. So, and then I'm going to pinch the B string and the D string. I believe we pinched that twice. So let's try that again. So let me take it in context here. So this initial pinch of the 4th fret, and that gets pinched twice. So and then that's right, twice. And then I'm going to pinch the like I said, the D string and the B string once, and then my let's try that again. Try that one more time. That's right. And then the pinky goes from the 5th fret of the B string to the 3rd fret of the B. So. All right, there we go. Let's put all that in context. So we're just doing the D and the G chord. So and now we're going to move this partial shape of the G. We'll move that up to A. Right, here's my A. That's your note should sound like that. And now I'm going to go that's what is on the A. So I'm going to go. So I'm going to pinch the D and the G strings. So, and then I'm going to pinch. Let's see here. Pinch that twice, which is the 4th fret of the 6th fret of the G, and 5th fret of the high E. So, which is 7 and 6, 7 on the D, and 6 on the G. So, and then 6, 5, 6 on the G, 5 on the high E. So, high E. So, and then I'm going to move this shape down 2 frets. So I have the 4th fret of the G and 3rd fret on the high E. So, all right. So let's do everything there before we get to the final D chord, and then we're going to repeat the cycle again with some different things going on. So, one more time. Now what I'm going to do is go so back to this shape that we told you about, only this time you don't have the pinky, you just have the 4th fret on the D, 1st fret, 2nd fret on the 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B, and 2nd fret on the E. So once again, it's the partial D, it's the movable C shape moved up to a D, only this time I don't have my pinky and it's not on the 5th fret of the high E like we started. And then I'm going to pinch the G and the high E. Let's make sure we get it right. That's right. So G, D string and the high E, and then I go play the G string, and then the E string, and then the B string. So once again, the pinch, D and the E, and then individually the G string, the E string, and then the B string. So one more time. All right, now we're going to repeat the entire actually we might be dealing with an E minor chord here the second time around, But very very similar to the way we started, but a little different. The beginning starts the same way, so you're still going to go right. And so that was everything we did on the D chord stayed the same. All right. So once again, so now when we go to the G chord, we're going to go and that's the what I'm going to do there is it's either a G or an E minor, but I almost like it better as an E minor. But anyway, the interval, you're going to play the 4th fret on the G and the 5th fret on the high E with my pinky there. I'm using my 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the G, so I'll pinch those two together, and then that sounds much better. And what is that? I'm going to pinch the 5th fret on the B with my 3rd finger, and 3rd fret on the high E with my 1st finger. Pinch those twice. So, right? And I guess I use my 2nd and 3rd finger for that on the right hand. And then I'm going to go up to the 7th fret of the G and 7th fret of the high E. I'm using my 2nd finger and my 3rd finger. So once again, we have all right. So let's put all those in. Let's rewind. I like videos that rewind a couple of times to kind of guide you along. So anyway, so we have all right. Now this descend, we have the 4th fret, 6th fret on the G. This is from an A chord, and the 5th fret on the high E, like we had before. And we're to play this twice, and slide it down 2 frets. And now I'm going to play the this is a regular D chord. But here's my regular D chord. It's this partial shape again, only this finger, 3rd finger is gone. I'm going to pinch the 2nd fret of the G and the high E. So we're going to go, and then the 2 open strings, the G and the high E. And now I'm going to go, let's see here, what do I do? That's right. I'll pinch the D string and the B string with the shape. It's going to sound like that. Right? So we have the D and the B, and then pinch together. Then I hit the G string by itself, and then I'm going to pinch. Let's see here. So we have then I'll hit the D string and the high E together, and then the B string, the G string, and back to the B. So it'll go and then he starts singing, and that's it. Anyway, I sincerely let's try the whole thing one more time in context. I hope I play it correctly. You can also watch it at the beginning of the video. But you know what we'll do? We'll do the second half that I just talked about, and then we'll try the whole thing together. So the second half we just described was one more time. That's right. Okay, so now let's try the whole kit and caboodle one last time, and hopefully we'll play it right. One minor mistake, but all my instruction was correct. All right, thanks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel below, and we'll see y'all when the future gets here. Mighty Slim, over and out.